Hello Lippers, welcome to today's Saturday session, whenever that might be that you're watching this, maybe Saturday, maybe another day, but I hope you enjoy it. This is an improvisation class, so it's going to be a lot of fun, there's going to be a lot of creativity, maybe get your family and folks that live with you at home, maybe get them all involved. Before we start, I want to let you know that today we're going to be doing a little bit of movement, maybe wear something comfy if you aren't already. I'm in my pyjama bottoms, just so you know. And I want you to get a bottle of water or a glass of water. This is a reused soft lemon drink that has water in it for during our session today, keeping hydrated. Also, before we start, now you can pause the video and get these things if you haven't already. I want you to have a little think and get some material, so anything you've got in the house, maybe a tea towel or a scarf. So I've got a scarf here, we're going to be using this kind of thing during the session. Get that ready, and don't forget about your fabulous wig from yesterday that we're going to be using later on as well. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes, pause the video, and you can go get those things. Okay Lippers, hopefully you've got all your stuff at the side. I decided to put my hair up just so that you guys can see my face all the time when we start doing our warm-up. Okay, so when you've got your materials, you've got your water, you're in your comfortable clothes, we're going to do our classic lip warm-up. We don't want to do any session before warming up. So we're going to start with our necks. Okay, so look down to the ground, feel a stretch in the back of your neck. And round to the side, feel a stretch on the side of your neck, and then to where your head would normally rest, and then to the other side, and then back round to the front. Ooh, that feels juicy. Should feel really good if you've been watching loads of videos and things this week. Just loosen up your neck a little bit, tilt your head from side to side really slowly. Okay, nice, I could do that all day. We're going to go on to the shoulders. Oh, just roll them back, really exaggerate it, really let all those juices start flowing through your shoulders and forward as well. This is a really good session to do with people that you're living with at home, if you've all been sat together watching TV, just to get us all moving together. Okay, shake that off a bit and do our classic stretch to one side, so your hand should be on the front, the first bit of your arm, just after your wrist, and then you should feel a stretch down here. Okay, and the other side. And as always, Lippers, look after yourself, so only do as much as you feel you can. So stretch all the way up. Oh, my hands are going out of shot. And to the side. Oh yeah. You should feel it all the way up your side. Here. And then back to centre. And over to the other side. And again, you should feel that stretch here. Maybe if you don't want to put both your hands up, you can just do one. Or just hands on hips and over to the side, you can still feel a bit of a stretch. Just some options here. So we're going to do a couple of leg stretches. You might not be able to see me. I'm going to grab my ankle and just feel a stretch on my thigh, the front of my thigh. If you struggle with balance, like I do, just against a wall, or table, or chair, or person if they're stable enough. On both sides, so on your right side, that feels good as well, and on your left side. Okay, and I'm trying to think how I'm going to explain it without you being able to see. So put your heel in front of you. I just look at your toe, maybe try and touch your toe. Still here. And the other side, touch your toe if you can. You're just wanting to feel a stretch at the back of your leg, so anything that makes you feel that without hurting yourself is good. Okay, now we're going to do a big stretch up. Oh, big breath in and out, and touch your toes. I'm still here. I'm back. That's us warmed up, so we're going to start the next exercise. So part of being able to improvise is also knowing what your body is capable of, how it moves. So we're going to really focus in on that. Some of you, I think all of you, have done something like this before. We're going to start by looking at one hand. Doesn't matter what hand, any hand. And just have a look at it when it's really splayed, if that's the right word, spread out. Have a look at it. And then just slowly start to bring it into a fist, but as slow as you can go. And the point of doing it so slowly is so that you can see what happens when you move your hand into a fist. So it's going to be different for everyone. Maybe for me it was my pinky went in first, and then my third finger, and then my middle finger first, and then my thumb. Now this is a loose fist. Maybe see what it's like when you squeeze it a bit tighter, what muscles move. So I can see that in my forearm there's some muscles that are starting to move as well. Maybe have a look at that. Really tight, and I can see now that my arm is getting involved as well. And then let it go. See what muscles relax. Maybe your fingers come out a different way that they came in a different order. And then stretch your hand out as far as it'll go, and have a look at how your skin stretches when you do that. Just as much as you can. Okay, we'll do that with the other side, but this time I'm not going to talk so much through it. So slowly, keep your hand, make your hand really stretched out first. Have a look at it. Maybe compare it with the other one as well. See how it's different. Okay, and then with your other hand, slowly make that into a fist. Start thinking about the different sensations and feelings as your hand moves so slowly. So just keep watching it as it comes into a fist. And then make it really tight. Look at your whole arm. Really tight. And then let it go. And slowly, your hand should come back out into a big stretch. Good. So the purpose of that exercise is just to see what your body is capable of. Okay, so focusing on different parts of the body can allow us to feel a bit more prepared when we're asked to do something else. You know, so if you know what your body can do, then that means that you've got confidence for when you go into an improvisation, for instance, and you know what you can do. So you can move your arms, you know how you can move your arms because you've practiced it before and you know what you're capable of. I would suggest that maybe after I'm not in front of the camera, maybe try it again, think a bit harder about it, maybe do it with your feet, really clench your feet in really tight and really slowly bring them out. Maybe do it with walks, so walking really slowly and thinking about how your feet leave the ground. All of this information is really good for you to feel more confident and more comfortable when you come to improvisation. The next exercise is going to be one that we've done in class a few times, and we're going to try this virtually. So if I'm going to put up a series of pictures that you're going to see, and you're going to name that thing. But the twist is, you've got to name it something that it isn't. Okay, so if we're in class, we walk around the room and we point at a wall, but we don't call it a wall, we call it a chair. And then we walk around to the other bit and we point at a chair and we call it a wall, or something of that respect. So there's going to be bananas and flowers and things on the pictures, and I don't want you to call it a banana or a flower, I want you to call it something that it isn't. Go! How was that? Did that work out for you? Let us know in the comments down below. Maybe you have a video of yourself doing it as well. But great work, and let's move on to the next exercise. Our next exercise is going to be what you can do to prepare before an improvisation. We do a lot of improvisations at Loop. You all have experience in doing improvisations that we have tried out, all the different games that we do, all the scenes that we try out together. Improvisation can be really scary. It's not something that comes naturally to a lot of people, like even professional actors. Some people don't really like doing improvisation. So a good way to prepare yourself is to prepare yourself mentally just before you do it. So we're going to imagine that we're just about to do an improvisation. So remember when we're in GTAC and everyone sat in an audience, and then think about it's your turn, so you've got to go out the door, and then you're going to come in and you're going to do an improvisation with someone, okay? So what I try and do before I do an improvisation, because I have to be honest, sometimes I do get nervous before I do an improvisation because you don't know what's going to happen next. You know, you're not really in control of what's going to happen because you don't know what the other person is going to bring. So the best way I think to prepare for it is just to really focus and calm your mind before you start. Alright, so the first thing I do is take a big deep breath in, so we're going to do that together. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and in through your nose and out through your mouth, and one more, and that's just a calming technique that works for a realm of different things, but definitely before an improvisation, just to really focus your mind and stop the nerves, stop you shaking so much if you get a bit like that, if you get a bit anxious before it. Just taking some breaths can really make you feel calm and in control and focused before the improvisation. Now that keeps me calm, but also you need to have energy if you're going to be performing in front of people and you're going to be doing a performance, whether that's improvised or not, in front of an audience. So I just give myself a shake. So let's do that now. Give yourself a shake. Shake your left leg, shake your right leg, shake your arms, shake your bum, shake your body. And then I like to do a couple of jumps as well before I go on. So let's just some little ones. You don't have to leave, your feet don't have to leave the ground if you don't want. So I just do a couple of jumps, shake my arms loose, and then I'm ready to go. So now we've prepared for improvisation, we're going to do a couple of little improvisations that I thought you can maybe try out at home. whether that is on your own or with people that you're living with. So this is a time where you grab your scarf or your tea towel, or maybe a bath towel or something, just a material that you can get hold of that's in your house already. So we're going to start, so this is obviously a scarf, right? There's no denying, is there, that this is a scarf. So I can just wear it as a scarf, but that's not lippy, is it? That's not an improvisation. So I'm going to take this off as a scarf and I'm going to have a look at it. So I want you to take your material and just have a proper look at what it looks like. And now, this I find is a really interesting material because it's got loads of, kind of the way it lands is quite interesting, kind of like waves. So I'm going to have a look at it and I'm going to see how it moves. So I want you to do the same with yours. If you just hold it and let it drop, how does it drop? Is it heavy? Is it light? And once you've done that, I want you to think about what you can use it for. How you could use it. So it doesn't have to be anything. Just, I would normally hold a scarf, in my fists and put it round and not think about it. But that's not improvisation, is it? So we're going to take it off and I'm going to start holding it in different ways. So maybe I just use my arms and I don't use my hands at all. Maybe I put it around my neck and try and move it with my shoulders. Maybe use your legs and your feet and kind of start wrapping it around you. So obviously not everyone's going to be using a scarf, but whatever material you have, I want you to have a little play how you can use the scarf or your material in a way that you don't normally do. Okay? So once you've had a play about with that, remember if you're not finished playing, you can pause the video and do it for a little bit longer. But once you've had a play, think about this object that you have that is not a scarf or a tea towel or any kind of towel or material. It is something else. Okay? So I'm not going to tell you what mine is, just in case anyone steals it, because I want you to come up with your own one. But once you've had a play, think, maybe check it out again, have another look. And once you've done that, I want you to get your wig back on, and I'll see you back here when you've got your wig on your head. Welcome back. I hope you got your wig there. You see I got a little fringe now. Now, what I want you all to do, I hope all your family is joining in at home. Hope you get back your material, and I want you to think about how your character would use your material. Howdy all. Have a play around. I'm not gonna stand here and do this with you all day. I've got things to do, shopping to do in my house. Have a play with your folks at home and share your comments down below. I hope you had fun with that. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you're still in your wig, still in your character. Maybe you can walk around your house in your character, use your material as a prop and see how that changes your character, how your character would use that prop. Maybe saying hello to different members of your family as you walk around the house, or maybe you could, I don't know, video call someone and give them a big surprise. It's been really great doing today's session. Thank you so much for getting involved, and thank you to all your family members and folks in your house that have got involved too. This week has been really great. I've enjoyed posting out these videos and seeing how you guys are all doing. Thanks for engaging with us all online now, so it's a totally new experience for everyone, and thanks so much for getting involved. Next week we've got the lovely Janine, who's going to be taking you through some sessions next week. We all look forward to that, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye guys!